everyone, and welcome to this fourth session of the GRI Information webinar. My name is Catherine Mumo, a Senior Sustainability Analyst at Impact Africa, and I will be your moderator for today. We at Impact are excited to be hosting our fourth GRI cohort this year, and I want to take this opportunity to thank and welcome everyone who has joined us on this Teams call, and those who've joined us live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Our speakers for today will be Dr. Edward Mungai and Florah Muthaura. Unfortunately, Caroline will not be able to join us for this session, but we will be having her in other sessions following. Now, as we begin this session, again, we are very excited and we are looking forward to a very interactive session together with you to tell you more about Impact Africa and what we do as an organization, and also tell you more about our GRI program. We are a GRI certified trainer, and we look forward and are excited to having this fourth cohort. As we begin, I would like to request Dr. Edward Mungai and Florah Muthaura to give us their opening remarks, and then from there we'll go into the session. Please remember to post your questions on the Q&A and on the chat. And looking forward to this. Thank you very much. I think we can start with Florah Muthaura. So Ms. Florah Muthaura is the head of risk and compliance at Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company, and she holds an MBA in strategic management from the University of Nairobi and a bachelor in commerce. She has undertaken and successfully completed our GRI course and is now a certified GRI practitioner. So I take this opportunity to invite Florah to give her opening remarks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Catherine. I think she has introduced me well enough. My name is Florah Muthaura. I head risk and compliance at Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company. And my role here today is really to talk about the experience that I've had. I joined the GRI training certification in May, so I was part of the third cohort. And I'm here just to talk about how it went for me, my key takeaways, what I learned, and the benefits of actually taking this training. Happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Florah, for that introduction. I now invite Dr. Edward Mungai, who is a sustainability expert, partner, and lead consultant at Impact Africa, who is passionate about sustainability and evangelizing companies to integrate sustainability, and as he likes to say, doing good while doing good business. Welcome, Dr. Mungai.
There are people out there, they are saying that they have some certification, they are ESG experts, but until you have a certificate, until you have something to show for it, it's only that it makes sense. And really, that is what Impact Africa is here to do, is to help work with you, provide you a whole week training. That's why they said they provide you a lot of information and everything to help you pass the exam. Because true, what we believe is that you can have a course, and that course is part of the along with the presentation. And we move on to the next one. Catherine, you can move on to the next slide. And as you can see, that's then we have companies both the public, most of them private, but also we have organizations. When it comes to other initiatives in Impact Africa, and this would be of interest, as I said, Impact Africa is a great example of a platform where we share activities to build community. Again, it's your home for you to know what's going on across the Africa continent. We also have what we call IECL Sustainability Hub, where we work with enterprises, it's enterprise support services where we work with SMEs, helping them to integrate sustainability within their business model. And this is, part of our enterprise support services. We also have the AECL Academy. Now, if you get into the GRI, you become part of AECL Academy, where our job really is to provide training. We give you, even LinkedIn badges, we give you soft certificates, but also we give you bigger certification, like for instance, we are talking about, GRI here as one of them. Also, we have a consultant portal. This will be of very much interest to you because this is where we ask consultants, within those jobs, then we can be able to put you as part of our proposals. And once we win those jobs, then we can be able into some projects into the future. If you move on to the next one. Yeah, I think the next couple of slides is really talking about, why sustainability, why is it important? Obviously, sustainability will help us, to do business competitiveness. It will help us to increase our revenues. It will help us to cut our costs. It will help us in risk management. It will help us to build social license to operate on our reputation. But then it must be very deliberate, the efforts that you're making within an organization, just to make sure that we do the right things. And with those right things, then we can be able to build that competitiveness within our organization. And this is exactly what many organizations have seen. Unfortunately, there is a capacity gap. And that's why, when you get into the GRI and you get trained by footprint, when it comes to sustainability, and that's why it is very important that, for instance, you have a framework like the GRI framework, which will help you, to execute your sustainability. And we look at sustainability report from twofold. One is that sustainability report is a business development tool, but also more importantly, is also a management tool, business development tool, because more often when you are going to do business and when companies are doing business, they find a lot of, their customers, their clients asking about their sustainability footprint. And therefore the report will help to plug in that gap. On the other end, it is a management tool because it helps management, to be able to more manage their organization in a much better way, because then they are aware of what are the challenges they are facing because they reported. So those are some of the elements that, are very critical as we go through this journey of sustainability reporting, and the value, that you'll be able to create within our organization. Again, is very few people who have been certified as GRI sustainability professionals, and you'll be joining a few who are part of that. You have that fast mover advantage. Catherine, if we can move on to the next slide. Yeah, I think this is what I was talking about as a management tool. So you can move to the next one. And I think the other one is a business development tool. And I think it's self-explanatory. The fact that you have a sustainability report will help you, to gain more business. And that's why more and more people will be looking for the report. The occasions are critical and a big element for this conversation. We move on. As I said, in terms of, as Catherine is moving the slides, as I said, in terms of the format, and of course, the risk management is the other element. Catherine, you can move on to the next one. As I was talking about the structure, it's important that I talk about the structure. Yes, it's a 3-week kind of training, 1 week very intensive, where we go through the core materials. In those 3 weeks, you'll be able to gain 3 certificates. one for reporting with GRI standards. The second one is about reporting with, or rather reporting on human rights. And then the other one will be about, you reporting on how to connect SDG and sustainability reporting. The class is normally starting from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then for the first 1 week, and then the second week and the third week is about revision. That's why we say we have 5 practice papers, mocks, exams, with those 2 weeks. And by the time you are done with those 2 weeks, believe me, my friends, you'll be able to score 90, 95 of the examination. That's why we have been able to get, on average about 85%, of the examination. The class is for 400 euros. We also give exams 250 euros, but the courtesy of us, you can get a 25% discount on the exam, so it becomes about 180. So in total, you go about 580 euros to be able to be certified. As I said, you have 4 certificates from GRI, 3 in the first week, and then once you do your examination, you can be able to get accredited as a GRI professional, and that will also be put on their website. Again, we'll also be able to issue with the ICL Academy badges and certificate, again, to show that you are committed into this journey, and as a part of value add to you. We move on to the next one. Is there a next one, or is that so? In a nutshell, GRI, I'm really looking at, and I've been for GRI since 2012. I've been in ESG area for more than 10 years, and I'm really looking forward to inspire you to this journey and to make sure that you pass your examination, not only pass your examination, to mentor you, to help you with the challenges that you'll be facing, but more importantly, also to be part of the network of the ACL, Academy, and also Impact Africa as a bigger, concept and as a bigger platform. So, Catherine, I want to stop there. Let me stop there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Edward Mungai, for taking us through Impact Africa and the services that we provide at Impact, and also more about the GRI program that we'll be running. So as you have seen, our program will run from 12th of August to 16th of August, and we will be having those classes in the evenings from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. online sessions, followed by 2 weeks of revision and 5 example papers that will prepare you more for the exam. So the sessions will be divided into the 3 modules, as has been discussed also by Dr. Mungai, and then you'll receive those certificates and also get your own registered on the GRI platform. So from that, after you finish your exam and pass the exam, you will get your 4th certificate from GRI for the exam and become a certified practitioner. So thank you very much for taking us through that. Now, just a reminder to continue posting your questions on the Q&A and on the chat. Now we'll hear from Florah. Florah, as she had mentioned at the beginning, took part in the 3rd cohort that we had for GRI. And congratulations, she went through the training for a week with us, went through the revision period for 2 weeks, and successfully sat her exams and is now a GRI certified practitioner. Welcome, Florah.
Thank you so much, Catherine, again. For me, I can say this GRI certification has been a significant addition to the skills I currently have on sustainability. There are so many standards that are being discussed out there. There's TCFD, there's IFRS, S1, S2. But now you ask yourself, okay, which one do I follow? So the best part about GRI is that it actually puts you in a position to comply with all these other standards. And it's very specific to sustainability reporting. So the class that I attended was quite convenient, as Dr. has said. It was a virtual class. It was a virtual class, and you were taking the classes from 5 o'clock to around 8 o'clock. One week of intense training, and thereafter you get support from Impact Africa to be able to do your revision for 2 weeks. And I think I loved that part. When they started the class, they tell you, please trust the process. But again, when you're going through the notes, you keep asking yourself, oh my God, will this be possible? But indeed, when they say you trust the process, they indeed provide you with adequate support to enable you to understand what GRI standards mean for you in your organization. That will aid in the sustainability reporting and also help you as a professional to be able to take those exams with ease. So the class is actually structured into 3 areas, as Dr. has said. The first one will be taken through the GRI standards and how they apply to sustainability reporting. And then we'll also discuss SDGs, and then you discuss about human rights. You know, previously, before I took this course, I was a bit confused. You see the way you do your sustainability reporting, and then you go to the SDGs and try to look at the targets and the indicators to see where you fit. When I did that, I ended up with 14 SDGs. And then I'm wondering, do I need to actually report on all these SDGs? So when you go through the class, it actually gives you a better clarity on how to narrow down on the critical SDGs that are linked to your material topics. And this course was actually quite timely because it aligned with a period where we were reviewing our strategy. So it was a significant contribution for me to be able to even advise the business on how to integrate SDGs and the material topics as part of strategy. So for me, it was quite beneficial, and my key takeaways were how to determine material topics, the significant areas of your business. And then when you talk about GRI standards, you tend to think it applies actually to all industries, but the current GRI standards have actually been mapped out for certain key sectors. And for the sectors that have not been mapped out, the Impact Africa actually takes you through the process of how do you go about identifying your material topics. How did it impact my work? It has given me better clarity on how to adopt this standard, and thus I'm now confident to be able to guide the business to publish its first sustainability report. The other bit is that it emphasizes a lot on the importance of identifying material topics and engaging with stakeholders. And through that, I've been able to align our sustainability initiatives with the most critical issues that affect our company, and also the concerns of the stakeholders. And through that, we developed a sustainability strategy, which we took management through, and I'm actually currently preparing towards getting that approved by the board. So I really want to encourage all participants to consider enrolling in this GRI course, and most especially with Impact Africa, the benefits: you get a discount when it comes to exams. Secondly, they support you to be able to implement these standards in your organization and also pass the exam. I did the 4 mock exams, and the best part about it is that you get to redo those exams so many times until you grasp the way the questions are set and how to respond to them. As a professional, you get the certification. And also in your role, in the various roles you play in your organization, you'll be at a better point to guide your business on how to report using the GRI standards. So for me, it was quite an incredible experience. It's enjoyable because you get to share a lot of knowledge. Participants who enroll in the course, we had a WhatsApp group. We'd constantly engage in that WhatsApp group. And also the trainers are very available and reliable. I have this bad habit of even reaching out to the trainers after 6 p.m. and they'd still pick my call and respond to me even on weekends. So the team at Impact Africa is very supportive. So for me, I think I vouch for the course, and I support Impact Africa in how it has delivered the course. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Florah, for sharing with us your experience. And hopefully another time you'll get to tell us more about how it has been also helping the organization transition and also training the fellow employees in KMRC on sustainability. So thank you so much for that. I think the key takeaways is the sustainability. The GRI course enables you to equip yourself with the skills on sustainability. It helps you to gain clarity on how to apply the sustainability within your organization. That is, someone would ask, how is it that sustainability is applied to different sectors? And through the training, you're able to know how that happens, how you can apply sustainability practices across the various industries, and ensure that there's alignment with the business goals. I think the other thing is also being able to guide and ensure buy-in from management and the board. So thank you very much for that. We do hope that at the end of this, you will be convinced, just like Florah, to take the journey of sustainability of GRI certification with us, and that we will work with you as we worked with Florah and as we worked with the others to ensure that you gain maximum benefit from this program. So thank you very much. At this point, I'd like to open the floor to any questions. And also invite my colleague Owen Muruthi to help address any questions that may arise. Okay, so the first question is when should I pay for the exams?
So thank you very much, and I'll do a bit of introduction. My name is Owen Muruthi. I serve as a Senior Sustainability Analyst at Impact Africa, and I'm really excited to share the experience, and thank you, Florah, for what you have shared. I hope you can hear me. Catherine, kindly confirm that. And so just to answer the first question, thank you, Florah, for your nice feedback. It was really an interesting journey. Yeah. Thank you. So there is a question on when should you pay for the exam. So you can pay for the exam from the onset of the course, or you pay it immediately after we are done with the revision sessions. As Florah has mentioned, we normally do the 1 week training, and then we will do the 2 to 3 weeks of revision. Then after that, after we are confident that you're able to sit for the exam and pass, we will give you the necessary guidance to sit and pass for your examinations and become a GRI certified professional. Thank you. So I don't know whether there are any other questions.
Yes, so sorry, Owen. Yes, Owen is also one of the trainers for the GRI program, and he is also a certified GRI practitioner. So maybe just to take some that have been answered on the chat, but also share with everyone, there are annual subscriptions for the GRI platform.
Okay, thank you very much, Catherine. So GRI, unlike any other professional course, has what we call the continuous education units, where you are supposed to do a number of hours within an year to be able to ensure that your knowledge is sharpened, you are able to see the know-how and the various topics and updates that are coming about. So there are various CEU units that you do, and as you start, you're going to be doing 4 hours of the continuous education units in 1 year, and then you go doing that as you progress. Okay. And we will also guide when it comes to the CEUs. Yeah, sure.
Okay. There's also a question on, is GRI certification affiliated to any international organization?
Yes, so the GRI certification is affiliated to the Global Reporting Initiative, and as Daktari had mentioned, this is one of the oldest body when it comes to sustainability, because it came into existence in the last 20 to 30 years and has been refining and updating the standards. And as you see, one of the characteristics we talk about when we talk about the GRI course, it has a modularity. It's modular in nature, in the sense that each and every time there are various sectors that are being updated, there are various topics that are being updated. And the good thing is, once you get your certification, you'll be getting the updates that are coming up that will ensure that you get the best practice and best skills that are there. Okay. So there's a question. Yeah.
Yes,
go ahead.
Do you need a specific background to be GRI certified?
Not exactly. You don't need any background to be GRI certified. As long as you have your basic knowledge, you can be able to sit for the examination and sit for the course, because the purpose of the course, it's a professional development course. It can apply to anyone with any background. And right now, with the current market trend, and as Daktari was saying, there's a lot of career transitions into the sustainability world, and there's a lot of gaps. So if you want to transition to sustainability from a finance background, if you did anthropology, if you did engineering, and you want to get a grasp of what sustainability entails, please feel free to join the class, and it will be able to update you and give you the right necessary skills that will be able to amplify and give you the necessary skills to be able to amplify your organization and your career towards sustainability.
Thank you for that. Another question, at the end of your training, do you get a certificate of participation or you have to sit for the exam?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that question. So as we had earlier indicated, there are 3 modules when it comes to the GRI course. The first one is the foundations when it comes to GRI reporting and sustainability. There's a course on SDGs and there's a course on human rights. So once you finish the 3 modules, you automatically get a certificate. But then for you to be able to be certified, and I think we can share a link on the Teams chats. If you're in Kenya, if you're in Tanzania, you can look at the number of people who are certified in your country. And for you to get the certification, you need to have sat for the exam. Now, you'll get 3 certificates for the introduction and the fundamentals on sustainability. When it comes to GRI, you get the second one on sustainable development goals. You get the third one on human rights. And then for you to be professionally accredited, if someone wants to check your accreditation through the GRI platform and website, you can be able to search and see the names of people who are certified as professionals, sustainability practitioners with GRI. So you will get 4. So 3 that comes automatically after you've done the modules, and then 1 comes after you've done the exam. And the last one is very critical because it's what is used as proof to show that you have been accredited as a GRI certified sustainability professional.
Thank you for that.
Catherine.
Another question.
The second question.
As a freelance consultant, how can I benefit from the training and being certified as a GRI practitioner? And does Impact Africa connect consultants to firms undertaking sustainability reporting?
Yes, sure. So thank you. So as a freelance consultant, yes, as I earlier mentioned, there's a lot of skills that have been needed from the market. Each and every day we are getting calls whether we can propose people to work for various organizations, and it's normally a hassle because we don't have, there's a skills gap when it comes to sustainability. And as you look at the various regulatory environment in Kenya through the Nairobi Securities Exchange, listed companies have to report. The IFRS standards are coming from next year, January. So once you have this basic knowledge on what sustainability is, what reporting entails, and the good thing with GRI is it has the 3 modules, and you said it's modulated. It will have sector standards that talk about the various topics that are supposed to be reported on, and once you go through the course, you're able to see the different topics and disclosure requirements. When you're talking about water, what should be the disclosure? What disclosures are we looking at? Okay, what is the best practice? Okay, so the good thing is, as a consultant, yes, it will be a plus because right now you can't talk about anything without looking at sustainability, the environment, social and governance bit, everything. Okay? So the second question, part of the question was whether Impact Africa connects consultants. Yes, we have had a consultant portal that was recently availed. And once you send your CV there and we find an opportunity that matches your needs, we will be able to reach out to you for you to give us support whenever needed. Okay, so it's on a needs basis. Whenever we get work that needs that matches your skills, we can be able to tag it on to support the organization and also be a professional career growth for you as a consultant. Thank you.
Thank you, Owen, for that. There's another question. Does the course include carbon footprint assessments?
Thank you very much. So there's a topic on emissions. Yes, we will be able to clearly showcase when you're talking about emissions, what should you consider, what needs to be tracked, and then that will be able to relate to you with what carbon footprint emissions entail. So we will cover that as we're talking about the various topic standards in the environment bit.
Thank you for that. Okay. Now we go to the questions on the chat. Those were questions in the Q&A section. What age brackets are you targeting for this program?
So this program, has all the age groups. We have had CFOs sitting on this. You've had various people who are sitting in the various executive bodies in the organizations. We have had people who are in their young careers and are looking at areas where to start. So the course doesn't have an age group per se, because it's more of professional understanding and background that you get. So we have had all number of age groups from that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. A question from Leila here. Are the 3 modules taught in 5 days? And again, maybe just to also add on to this, maybe it's also to point out the fact that after the 5 days training, we have the 2 weeks revision. But yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, so thank you for that question. So the 3 modules are taught within the 5 days, but then, as Flora has mentioned, that once we're done with the first 5 days, and the 5th day we'll be able to finish the course, we do one mock to gauge where we are, and also send a feedback assessment survey to get to understand what areas do you want us to repeat if anything is unclear. And as we're doing the mocks, we'll be repeating the concepts, repeating the modules. So it's normally the first 5 days, which are normally a marathon per se, if I can put it like that. But then within the next 2 to 3 weeks before you sit for your exam, we'll be able to have covered anything or any other areas that might have been a bit of a challenge from our students. So as Flora has mentioned, we hold your hand. We are there on during after we understand that most of us are working from 8 to 5, and maybe some of the things we want to have might spill over the weekend. So once you reach out to us, we definitely are able to give you the necessary feedback that is needed.
Thank you very much, Owen. Another question is, after getting the certification, do I get onboarded to Impact Africa Alumni Program? And what other programs does Impact Africa provide?
Sure. Thank you. So as Flora had mentioned, once you get into the cohort, we are able to first create a WhatsApp group where it's normally a networking forum for most of the students, because we find that we might be having similar challenges. So we're able to quickly communicate through that platform. And then before the end of the year, also we plan to have networking morning early breakfast per se for all our students from the first cohort to the 4th or 5th cohort, where you can be able to have breakfast, exchange ideas, meet with the various stakeholders. And then the good thing with this course is most people have in various careers. We have had lawyers, we have people from the risk and finance background, we have had people from engineering. So it's normally a good place to network, where we can find people, share about opportunities, share about experiences that they have. Yeah, so you'll be able to definitely be onboarded to the Impact Africa Alumni Program. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Also, are there any other programs that we provide?
Yes, so as part of our offerings, we have a program. We have a program that it's currently ongoing on professionals within the sustainability space, where we also offer trainings. We also have a program that is supporting micro enterprises and small SMEs. So we have a number of programs that are there, and definitely we are thinking of more programs that will be able to ensure that we increase our impact, because one of our core values is how will we be able to increase first the impact and then ensure that we are adding value to our students and our clients. So there are definitely more programs that will be coming up as we progress, and there are also existing programs that have been rolled out. Thank you. Catherine?
Thank you very much. Also, can you require external verification or certification after completing the sustainability report, like ISO certification? So I think it's about assurance.
Yes. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, so normally we urge companies to do assurance. We call it assurance, which is normally like from the finance background, how we assure our financial statements. So companies are required to do external assurance. But then for most of our clients and what we advise, if you're doing your first report, you're not recommended or required to do an assurance service. But then from your second and third report, you can always do your assurance. And again, this also highlights the opportunities that are there when it comes to sustainability, because Impact Africa cannot help your organization, as example, to do a report and also assure your report. So we will also need some of the experts that we are training who are maybe in the consulting space of ESG to go and help us with assurance. So companies are recommended, it's not a requirement for now, they're recommended to do assurance, but then what we advise is for the first report, you should not per se focus on your assurance bit of it. But then also that is a very great area, and it has a lot of opportunities when you do assurance here. The first certificate, as I see a question. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, no, it's okay, go ahead. Are the first three certificates from GRI or Impact Africa?
So thank you. Sorry, I think I lost my light. We're in a sustainable room, but then I'll try add my brightness. Okay, so the first three certificates are from GRI Academy, but then we also give a badge to our students to show that they have gone through the three modules. And as we are training, we're not focusing only on the three modules. We're trying to show you the best practice of how you can embed sustainability within your organization and within the reporting cycle that you're within the reporting cycles that you're trying to achieve within the sustainability space. So the badge is more of a value add that we do because we are in the business of sustainability. We do the trainings, and also we give you the hands-on skills that is needed for you to be able to showcase that you understand all the concepts, and give you a few of our secrets and trade tools for you to enable you add value to your professional career. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Does the course cover examples of how to do the reporting?
Okay, thank you very much, Catherine. So yes, the course has a lot of case studies, and we also showcase some of the reports we have done. And the course is mainly, it has a lot of case examples and case studies of how different organizations are doing in terms of reporting and in terms of the different topics that are there. So to give you the comfort, we will look at examples both in Africa and internationally, because we want, because most of our clients are from Africa, we want them to understand the key challenges that are there, what organizations are doing, and also we borrow some of the best practices that are there with other reports. So there are two sets now of examples within the course, and then the reports that we are able to share, so that you can be able to see how the report is done and what are the different methodologies that you can write your report on. Yeah, and you can do your reporting, or even your strategy, your materiality assessment. Okay. So there's another question.
ESRS is partnering with GRI. Will you be covering this?
Yeah, thank you for that question. So what GRI is currently doing, it has partnered with the ESRS, and it has also partnered with the IFRS in terms of some of the disclosures that are there. As you can see, there is a lot of confusion, and as Florah had mentioned, due to the different reporting frameworks. So what we do is first we'll enable you to understand first the GRI concepts, and then within the GRI concepts, once you've understood that, there is what you're calling interoperability, where GRI has gone a step ahead and shown once you're reporting with the GRI standards, how you're also reflecting the same with the ESRS and the IFRS standards. Okay, so we'll be able to clearly, once you have understood the basics with the GRI concepts, it's become very easy for you to connect the dots of what ESRS wants, what IFRS is one and S2 wants. Okay.
Thank you very much. Now, questions
okay.
Maybe to Florah. Any tips on how she maximized the benefits of the Impact Africa training, and that she can share with the team here as they sign up for the program?
Florah, you can go ahead and give them the tip and start with trusting the process, yeah?
Yes,
Florah is still with us.
unfortunately, I've
Okay.
been told that Florah dropped off due to technical difficulties. But I think also from your end, you can share from the trainings as one of the trainers from the different cohorts that you've seen, how people have succeeded. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So as I earlier mentioned, one of the best things that we tell all our students is trust the process. And one best practice is first attend all classes, especially the sessions that we have after the first 1 week, because they give you really the crisps of how to answer the exams, the various tricks that are there with the examination. And then I think for most students that have, and this is like 90% of the students that I've seen, is attend the classes on time. It's a very interactive engagement and session. So in case you have any questions during the session, feel free to ask. We are able to repeat the concepts until everything is clear. Secondly, we advise all our students to do the mock exams because they also give you a lot of clarity in terms of what needs to be done. And once you do that, you'll be able to be home, pass the exam, and then be a certified sustainability professional.
Okay, thank you so much, Owen, for taking us through the Q&A session. We have learned a lot, and I think throughout the entire session, key takeaways is by doing the GRI course, you become more equipped to be able to run sustainability within your organization, offer advice and see how to implement it and apply it within your specific sector and business, within the business, and also how to guide not only the execution and implementation, but so has been shared by Dr. Mungai to be assessing. We will work with you so that you're equipped and you can go beyond the modules for GRI to ensure that you understand sustainability in a holistic manner. And then also there's the networking that we do and the alumni connections and even the physical events that we have lined up for the rest of the year and years to come. And then also there's the pass rate that we've had of about 85%. So we hope that you'll be joining us for the session that will be taking place from the 12th to the 16th of August. And on the chat, you'll be able to see the link for registering and also just the important notices that have been shared during this training. So we'll be having our classes between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. on the 12th to the 16th of August. Then we'll have 2 weeks after that of revision and mock papers, 5 mock papers. And this classes cost 400 euros with the exam fee of 250. But luckily, if you also an advantage of signing up with Impact Africa is you get 25% off discount for the exam fee. And then there's the 4 certifications, the 4 certificates that you receive from GRI and an additional Impact Africa badge that you can put up on your LinkedIn. So once again, let me take this opportunity to thank you all for joining us in this session, for your interactive participation. We at Impact Africa look forward to having you sign up for this 4th cohort and other cohorts to follow. Thanks for those who've also joined us online on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Owen Muruthi, Florah Muthaura, and Dr. Edward Mungai for being our speakers in this session. And remember to follow us at Impact Africa on our social media platforms, and also check out our website for other exciting programs we have going on. Thank you for joining us again for this session, and it has been a pleasure being the moderator. My name is Catherine. Bye, and have a wonderful rest of the afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.